I think we are running things on here good. Okay. Hey guys, this is Cat Sebastian here. Just want to let you guys know that today we are going to be doing a tutorial video on how to play Mercy. Now this is a recorded video, so if you guys are tuning in, I will not be able to do like any feedback like on your comments and stuff like that. This is just a video that I want to do. As you can see, I don't have my hat, goggles, glasses, I don't have any of that on. This is something I'm taking time out of my way for you guys because I know many people have requested that we have a tutorial video on how to play Mercy. Excuse me. So first thing, guys, is I'm going to give you guys a little bit of detail on Mercy. God, I can't really speak today. I'm sorry. I think I just need to get my throat going. Okay. So, first thing, guys, is I'm going to give you the controls on how to play Mercy. So, first thing, guys, is you want to play around with the settings a little bit firsthand before you go into a game. So, what I highly recommend, guys, my camera just a tad. There we go. All right. So, what I highly recommend, guys, is when you're going to do any tweaking on a character or anything, always go into practice range first. Don't go into quick play. Don't go into bots or anything. Go in practice range first and test out the settings before you go into it. Now, we're going to discuss a little bit about mouse sensitivity as well as the hero herself. So the mouse sensitivity that I have with her is at 10. And I'm not too familiar with DPI, guys, so unfortunately I don't know how to do that. But my sensitivity for her is at 10. Now, usually some characters, they have a higher sensitivity and some have a lower sensitivity. I have seen people with a sensitivity of 8 on Mercy, and I've seen some on a high of, I believe, 20. I've actually taken consideration from back when a lot of the big Mercy mains were around. EVA, Lucent, I don't know if those guys are still around and playing anymore ever since Mercy was reworked. But I want to let you guys know that I did look up at those guys, and they even display what they have in preference and stuff like that. So I highly recommend anywhere between maybe 8 to 12 for sensitivity. And like I said, guys, it's a matter of playing around with your settings. So for mouse sensitivity, I have my Mercy at 10. And then we're going to go down here to reticle. And everybody's different. I do circle and crosshairs. So that way I have a good aim of what I'm going to be doing. Now, people can go in and mess around with colors. They can do any type of thing that they want to do. So whatever you guys have a preference on what you guys want to do, that is up to you. I personally prefer keeping the circle and the crosshairs. You can change around with the thickness and length and all of that. That's up to you guys. Like I said, it's a preference on you as the player. Now we're going to go to the hero herself. I have on where it says allied health bars, I have that on. So that way I can see if somebody's in critical. Toggle beam connection I have off. So it's easier for me to move around and such. Guardian Angel prefers beam target. Some require off that to be turned off. Some on. I prefer on, and then toggle Guardian Angel I have on. Now, sometimes the sensitivity on her Guardian Angel and beam sensitivity, they're a little bit lower. I have them both at 100%, but we're going to actually switch it down, or we'll keep it that way. But this is what I have for settings, guys. So preferably, I have the mouse sensitivity at 10 for her. I don't care about the controllers and all that because I don't really play around on controls on the computer. And then this is what I have for her for the hero herself. I prefer the ally bars on the toggle beam connection off, the guardian prefer beam target on, toggle guardian angel on, and then both the GA sensitivity and beam sensitivity both at 100. So that is my preference. Now I'm going to bring you guys in here first. I want to do that. We're going to go to practice range. So if you guys want to mess around with settings first, we will go into that in a time being. But for you guys, if you would like to know how to play her, you know, I'm just going to run around and stuff like that. So as you can see with my pistol, I have both the crosshairs and the circle. So let me see if I can get this started. Okay, so we're going to start off, guys, with how to fly. If you guys aren't familiar with that, when you see your friendly ally, you see where the diamond shape is where it says L shift. So you're going to do shift, and that's going to bring you to them. Now, in order to do, now in order to do that glide that she does, that I've seen people do, and I do it quite a bit, what you're going to do is you're going to do shift and then space. And it doesn't take much even with your mouse. So I'll do that one more time, guys. We're going to do shift and then space. I probably should take that a little slower. I apologize. So shift and then space. Now, if you want to move around, like, let's do like to a corner over here. Let's do this for example. So if you want to go into that corner over there where the health pack is, guys, you are going to want to do shift, space, and then turn your mouse just a tad to the left. And it's all about doing your mouse, guys. So that's why the sensitivity, I have it at 10 because it's a lot more easier to do for me. But like I said, that is all on a preference for you guys. So always start off in practice range first with your settings, guys, before you go into a game, because if you feel like something's not right, then you can go back into your hero settings and mess with them. So shift, space, and then turn. And then obviously you guys know about the damage boost and the healing orb, and you know how to do reses.
Let's get you back in the fight.
So what I like to do for damage boosting is that it's going to be your right click mouse. So you're just going to damage boost them and try to stay out of sight. And then healing is your left mouse click.
Well done.
And then what I like to do, guys, is I like to do this, is go between the two. So you want to do right click and then left click back and forth like this. So that way you can kind of get an idea of how to do things. And then
I've got you.
If you see that enemy starting to come around,
you've got
kind of play around a little bit like this. You use your corners. That is one of the biggest key things that I'm going to tell you guys right now, is using the corners as far as Mercy. And I'll do that when I do a couple games to give you guys a little bit of a detail on how I do it.
Powered up. I'm here.
Now, you want to kind of stay out of sight when you're healing.
Patching you up.
So you'll see me just kind of like moving around, but making sure that I got my allies in sight.
Valkyrie is ready.
Now for Valkyrie, guys, I highly recommend using that on a few necessities. One of them being if you see that a number of your allies are being on low health, you want to hit the Valkyrie. Another thing is if you need to get out of a hot zone, that is the second thing. Some people like to use Valkyrie so that they think that she's invincible and do the pistol.
Healing stream engaged.
So let me get the bots down to, let me get down low, and then I'll show you guys how we do Valkyrie. So like I said, I'm staying out of sight for my enemies. Now we're gonna hit Valk.
Heroes never die.
And she has what's called the chain healing, guys. So you can see I'm staying out of sight and they're staying healed. Then I can start.
The prognosis is not good.
Double kill.
Just to kind of get a little cheap shots here. But like I said, when you do chain healing, you want to make sure that your teammates are close. Let's do something with a little more up top. So, let's say you have a friendly ally that's up here, and you're over here, guys, okay? And you want to get up there. Or say you have a Pharah in the air. So, Some people ask me how I do the crouch fly or the crouch glide. That's a little tricky. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't do it. But what you want to do is you want to do your control key and then shift and then space. And like I said, guys, it is a matter of moving around with the mouse.
Let me get you patched
So
up.
key thing when you're moving your mouse is you want to kind of move it like either left or right, depending on where you want to glide. So a lot of times when you want to move around with her, so if you want to go left, you see I'm still staying on. I'm just kind of moving around a little bit.
Ich bin da.
And then you see an enemy here, you can kind of go around
What tut's jetzt?
and kind of like push, like kind of like touch down on your space bar a little bit. And I'll try and do that again. Get my buddy up there. So if you're down below, you see your buddy up there, like your Farah. Get up there. There we go. So you're
Damage
gonna do
amplified.
shift, your left shift key, and then space. So we'll do that one more time, guys. So let's do this. So shift
Right beside
and
you.
space. And that's gonna get you up to there. And then you wanna kind of stay up in the air with Farah as much as you can. So you'll see me, guys, I'm kind of like up and moving my
Damage
mouse a little
boost
bit.
engaged.
Just to kind of get a little idea. So you want to go left. Oop, that's not right. So let's do this. So you want to go turning left. You're going to move your mouse to the left. You want to go right. You're going to turn your mouse to the right. So it's a matter of kind of like messing around. Now, some people move their entire arm. Some people move their wrist. I kind of do a little bit of both.
Powered up. I'm here.
And then you want to try to get some fun. So let's say you have an enemy that's down below here and you got a Farah or somebody up in the air that you want to hang tight with. Kind of do this with your space bar so you can get up on the ledge.
Valkyrie's charging. Damage increase.
And like I said, you guys can play around with these settings and all that.
Your support has arrived. You needed a death.
Let's do
Heroes
the chain
never
healing
die.
again so you can see the yellow line in between the two allies. They're both getting healed. You can also do that for damage boost.
Where does it hurt?
I kind of
Damage
go
boost engaged.
like this. And then if I want to get some shots, of course, like I said, these are just bots.
Damage amplified.
There
I'm
are
taking
some
care
things
of
that I
you.
will explain on what to do with Mercy, what not to do. I personally prefer not to take the pistol out unless there's a few
Let me
reasons.
get
The
you
first
patched up.
reason for the pistol would be if you are in serious
should be
danger
at
and it's
peak
only like you and another person. If you're getting some good, if your team's doing pretty good and you have an enemy that's super, super low, you can kind of and then smack them.
Heroes never die.
And then you kind of want to stay away as much as you can. You'll see I go after widows like that. It's because I want to take them out first. They're the bigger threat to me.
You might not want to tell your friends about that.
So like I said, just kind of using the pistol a little bit here and there. But don't go like full blown Battle Mercy unless it's
You
an
needed a
absolute necessity. That's just my preference. So, like, if you got enemies that are anti, then you can get maybe a few shots, but try to stay behind with your allies as much as possible. Alright, so we are going to leave that. So, like I said, when you guys want to mess around with the settings and all that and kind of get the feel of playing with Mercy, go to practice range first. Don't ever go into a game. And I'm strongly suggesting that, guys. Don't ever, ever go into a game unless you are ready to go. If you want to work on certain characters and you want to mess with settings to how you guys feel it, practice range first. But if you ever want to go and mess with your settings with your characters, you're going to go to controls, and then where it says all heroes, you're going to pick your hero and then go like to Mercy and then mess around with the settings there. Now, quick play is going to be a little bit tough, so I'm going to try my best, guys. See me, I'm going to try my best to explain how I do things, so it'll be a little bit more easier for you guys to understand what I do with Mercy, because a lot of times I just do it. It's just second nature to me, because as you can see here, I have 725 hours on her. I've been playing this game for 3 years, so she is my most played character. Now, for Mercy, guys, like I have stated, you know, people say she is the easiest character. In fact, she's the hardest support. And I'm going to explain why. Is you have to know your surroundings so well.
Select your hero.
You have to be very aware not only of your allies, but you have to be aware of your enemies and where they are. And a lot of times, it's hard to do. So that's why I strongly suggest, guys, have the corners. Your corners are going to be your best friend. So as long as you can still see your allies, but stick in the corners, you're okay. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that in here. And like I said, this isn't just for one person. This is for anybody that wants to play Mercy. You guys are more than welcome to do so.
I'll be watching over you. Point Zero. Damage boost engaged. Let me handle it.
So,
A moment to enjoy some peace and
we're going
quiet.
to try and see how this works on Dorado.
Damage
Attack
increase.
commences in 30 seconds.
So shift and then space. And then moving your mouse. So you, like I say, guys, you want to see how you can still see your allies. You want to make sure that you're using your corners. Now, do be careful, though, guys, because sometimes you can have flankers. So you kind of want to stay moving as much as possible. So you'll see me just fly everywhere, guys. That's so I can evade the enemy as much as I can. And it's also known that it's harder to hit a Mercy when they're moving. So you can see I'm using the corner. So I still have my allies in sight.
I'm taking care of you.
I'm just kind of using the corners as much as I can. And you also want to do like some spaces too, like this. If you have any like holes and stuff like that,
Right beside
stay behind.
you. Needed a doctor?
Ooh, okay. So see right there, guys? I didn't see the Reaper. So I'm going to keep my kill cam on. So I didn't see him behind me. So he managed to get me. So
Clean bill of
you have to be kind of careful about that. But like I said, you guys don't know.
Moving the payloads to the destination.
So we are 3 down. So I'm not going out until everybody is here. So that's one of the big things you want to do. Is you want to wait until your team is set. So if you hear me, if you hear me say peel back, and we're like 2 or 3 down, it is strongly.
Payload down. All hands on deck.
Like I said, I'm just kind of using.
Ich kümmere mich dich.
Okay, this Ash is pretty good.
Enemy here.
Okay, not sure how I did that one. But like I said, just kind of doing that a little bit. Using these corners. I'm trying to use like ledges. So guys, you see me using the tab button here. That tab's going to be your helper, so you can see what they're running and what we're running.
My ultimate is ready. Damage boost.
So I try to keep sure. Wow, I can't talk. I'm sorry, guys.
Almost ready.
Trying to keep my tank up. So if you only are running one tank, guys. Okay, here we go with the fire, guys. I'm going to show you the Farah.
I'm ready to start the blitzkrieg.
There's a Hanzo down there.
My ultimate is ready. Go. I'll be
So I'm
watching
just kind
over.
of like.
Did someone call a doctor?
There's Bob.
My ultimate is ready.
Tom kind of
My ultimate is ready. I understand. Healing stream engaged.
My ultimate is charged.
Heroes never die.
If I can get out of there.
Could use some
No. What?
Rally to me.
How does he? Okay.
Sterben nicht. Good as
So
new.
usually you want to try to get Valkyrie, but that hook was a little
Let's keep
ridiculous.
the payload moving.
So we're up.
Where does it hurt?
Behind you. Barrage ready.
Valkyrie's charged.
Огонь по готовности!
So yeah, get out of there as much as you can. Find your Pharah, and then left shift.
Damage
Space.
boost engaged. Form up.
Get the payload moving.
Healing stream
So it's
engaged.
just kind of a matter of knowing where everybody is. And if you have an ulting hero, like if one of your allies is ulting, use your damage.
Do something.
Did you get the kind of faked out?
10 seconds remaining.
The pressure
That
on.
was kind of a stupid move.
Thanks.
You want to kind of like stick with your Pharah, but also keep an eye on your teammates. Corners are your best friends, guys, so I know it's kind of hard to really explain when you're in a game. So if you have a diamond like that and you can get to somebody,
Team up for special attack!
Knock the air. Verstanden. Don't move. Rally to me. You should be at peak performance level.
try to use very carefully on your ults, guys.
I've got you, Brigitte. Greetings. Schaden verstärkt.
Hello. Barrage ready.
We need to move the payload.
So my Pharah's a little down on heal, so I'm going to heal her
My
up.
ultimate is ready. Taking care of you, Brigitte.
We're sticking with team. So one of the things that I like to do, guys, is if my second healer goes down, I want to preferably get the healer up first.
Let's get you back. My ultimate is ready. Go.
So it's just a matter of also using your left shift and space to evade as much as you can.
Incoming!
Heroes never die.
My Brig is in trouble. A lot of times you want to use the damage so you can get the assist, but also make sure that your healing is on point too, guys.
Team up for special attack! Огонь по готовности!
Oh, okay. So it's kind of hard to. It's knowing who to res, but my preferably. Oh, we got the point. Okay, so that's not bad, guys. So preferably, you want to try and keep.
Play of the game.
Nice. You really want to try to keep up your tanks. So your tanks and your healers. Now DPS are important too, But that's if you can get to them, because they're going to try to get those picks. So let's see if I can get another game where it gets a little more chaotic. Like I said, not all maps require Mercy. Sometimes it's not necessary. But for me, because I've been playing her so long, I know how to play on every map and know where to be and where not to be most of the time. So one of these things, guys, is when you're playing Mercy.
Traveling
back
to
here.
Dorado. Attackers
No.
incoming in 30 seconds.
I'd rather not. See if I can get a different game.
Traveling
I
to
don't
Dorado.
want Dorado.
We're all.
Alright, let's wait a minute. Okay, let's wait a minute on this one. Oh wait, before we go on. So there's certain things that you should do in Mercy, certain things you should not do. One of the things I'm saying do not do, guys, don't go full blown Battle Mercy in the entire game, because you need to heal. You have to heal. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you can't get some picks with her. I'm not saying that. It's just preferably, I prefer to keep my team alive. So I'm going to be more focusing on not only keeping myself alive, but keeping the rest of my team alive. So I'm more focusing on heals and also some damage boosting. So you'll see me swap in between damage and boosting. That's one of the key things you need to run with Mercy. So this might be a little bit of a long tutorial video, but this is just for me. So that way you guys can kind of get an idea of what to do and what not to do, if it kind of makes sense. So I'm hoping maybe we can get another good game.
Traveling to Molskaya Industries. Prepare to
Okay.
attack. Select your hero.
Okay. So let's do a different skin of Mercy. Let's do... What skin do I want to do for her? Pink one's always pretty. I love her pink. Her pink, her Atlantic, and I would have to say her witch are my... Huh? So we'll
I'll
do
be
her witch
watching
skin.
over you.
So you'll see me, guys, hit your tab button. That's so
Try not
not
to get
only you
yourselves
see
killed
what
out there.
you're running, but what they're running. So if you're running 2, 2, and 2, like this,
Attack
you're
commences
solid.
in
That's
30
good.
seconds.
I prefer the 2, 2, and 2 rule
Did someone call for it?
because you don't know, like in chokes, like on certain maps, when you go to a choke point, you're gonna need a shield tank. I preferably would like a Reinhardt. Sometimes a Risa can work, but like I said, depending on the map. Ah!
5,
Greetings.
3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
Mercy in the
Capture
hunter.
objective
So also
A.
Diva.
Weapons optimized.
I'm with you.
Like I say, Diva.
Coming through.
Oh, okay, so that, do not do that, guys. So that's a good experience right there. Let me see what this has with it. Alright. So that's a
Witches
thing
don't
to
die
not do.
easily.
I'm taking the objective.
Group up here.
Get over here.
So do not do that. Let's see if I can get my Diva. Where's my Diva?
Where does it hurt? Enchanting your
Weapon
damage.
systems overloaded.
Did someone
So
call
you
for
kind of want
it?
to do that and play it around with the
I
corner.
empower you.
Okay, there's a Widow there, so I'm not going to go in for that res.
Damage amplified.
Gale the Mahal.
So like I said, guys, using those corners,
Fighting. Ich bin da.
these little spots right here.
I'm taking care of you. Enchanting your damage.
So you want to stay out of sight.
Objective A captured. Commence attack
So
on
now I can do the res, and you see I'm moving.
Battery is ready.
Trying to stay up.
My servants never die.
I'm gonna go down.
My ultimate is charged.
Okay. So not to do that, because then you get caught. So try not to get caught around like thick corners like that, guys, because then you're gonna get picked off like I did. So they are running 4 DPS, 1 tank, and 1 heal.
I'm taking the objective. Get over here.
cease your
Okay, so
resistance.
they're down 2, 3. Okay, so I'm not gonna go in there. So watching your kill, your top right corner, guys, on who's alive and who isn't, is always good.
Everyone get on the objective.
Group up with me.
So you want to kind of use as much of the corners and hidey spots as possible.
Attack the objective.
Verstanden.
Like I said, I'm going to try use... Alright, so I'm being picked on by a tracer.
Casting a spell on you. Did someone call for
So I can get my soldier because he's hiding behind a
I
corner.
still have use for you. Group up.
Fine. So you want to kind of, like I said, use those corners to your advantage.
I'm taking care of
Lost 3.
you. Join me.
You don't want to go in with half a team, guys. You want to go in with a full team. Like I said,
Take them down.
so if you hear that, start running.
Hello. Hello
Form
there.
up. My ultimate is ready.
There's a hands up there, so I'm going to use the truck.
Damage increase.
Building.
Hello there.
Heal my diva.
I understand. Where does it hurt?
Out of there.
My servants never die.
You can see I'm going after this widow.
Gale the Mahol.
Alright.
Thumbs high.
Still got her.
Spell is upon me.
I'm grabbing my healer.
This is not your
And
time.
I'm going to just start moving around like this, guys. So, moving.
My damage spell is upon me.
Tactical visor activated.
Victory.
See? Victory. So I did some mistakes there, and there's things that you don't do, and then things that you can do.
Play of the game.
And I can play the game. Nice. So see, I'm going right after this widow. Healing my Rhine. Rezzing.
This is not your
And still
time.
healing. We'll upvote on that one. So that's a cool thing, guys. If you can get a Mercy play of the game like that, where you take out people like that and get the heals and res up, that's pretty good for a play of the game. You don't see that often. So one of the things you can do is if you can get behind somebody that's really, really low and take them out, that's the easy way. But like I said, you want to use your corners and a lot of small spaces where they can't, where a lot of like people, like the DPS specifically, can't get to you. That is a good thing. You don't want to just go diving right in. Now let's see if I can get one on King's Row, because King's Row's a tough fight. We're
Traveling
going
to
back here, I
Volskaya
guess.
Industries. Prepare your defenses.
Yeah, that one. We're gonna wait a minute on that one. But King's Row, it's difficult because it's more like a closet fight, especially in those type of corners. So anything that's like a closet fight, guys, you want to use small spaces, but also be very wary though, because you can have a lot of stunners like McCree, Bragg, you can have Zarya. So you gotta be very wary because Mercy is squishy. So it's knowing where your surroundings are. So if I'm not really like explaining something much, I apologize. Let me see if I can get one more game. That's not okay. Blizzard World. Let's try Blizzard World.
Well, prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Where are we going? 36 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. This might be an hour video, but you know what, guys? This is just to kind of give you an idea of what I do with Mercy. Do I want to do that one, or do I want to keep her Witch? Her Witch is one of my favorites. Her Pink is also my favorite too. So you know what? We'll do Pink. Actually, we're on Blizzard World. Yeah, we'll keep her Pink. Let's do the Pink. So we've got, wow, we have 2, 2, and 2 again. All right.
Hello.
Hello.
So like I said, you guys can see how I'm using my mouse a little bit just to kind of
Attackers incoming
move
in
around.
30 seconds.
Stick to the plan. And if you get into trouble,
Just
I'll
kind
take you
of,
out.
it's kind of just a matter of playing around with her, and it takes time, guys. Like, I didn't do this all overnight.
Ich bin da. Hello.
Greetings.
Is there yet?
5, 4, 3,
Danke.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
So like I said, guys, try to use your corners as much as you can with Mercy. Hey, there's a record.
Let me get you touched up.
Name.
See if they might start backing up. Try to stay behind your shield as close as you can. There's a break in there.
You needed a doctor?
In the corner.
This is not your time. Valkyrie is charging. Damage boost engaged.
Ooh.
Form up.
So like I said, you want to use these corners.
My ultimate is almost ready. Healing stream engaged. Help me! Allah is ready. Heroes never die.
One, I can get out, and 2, keep my ultimate is strong.
Don't let up on them. Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Like I said, guys, your corners are going to be your best friend.
You needed a doctor. Let's get you back
See how I
in the
kind
fight.
of got stuck with the diamond there?
Your safety.
Oh my god, my poor Genji!
Heilstrahl aktiviert. Move up with me.
Okay, so kind of went a little too far. So I'm not going to go out there res. So if you overextend, if your teammates overextend, guys, do not go after them.
Let me get you something.
Go to sleep. Nano boost administered.
So I heard the dragons. I didn't know where it was going, but I decided to get out.
Group up here.
And I'm being chased by Brig. So I'm killing back. So I'm going to be in a safe distance to kind
Where
of
does it hurt?
get out of these situations. So it's knowing when to go in, guys, and when not to go in. So you do not want to go in by yourself. Unless you are a team.
Healing stream engaged.
Team up for special
So
attack.
I cannot get there to my Genji because the brig is there.
My ultimate is ready.
Heroes never die.
Keep my tank as much as I can. And then I'm gonna go after this widow.
Healing stream engaged.
Because she, I do not approve of. But do not go chasing into chokes, guys. That's a no-no.
Your support
Big
has
no-no.
arrived.
So don't go chasing after them.
Healing
If
stream
they go in by
engaged.
themselves and the whole team's going, then fine.
Hello there.
Greetings.
Verstanden.
So see how my Genji's pretty much in spawn. I'm not going in there.
You should be at peak performance. Let's get that out there.
So I'm going to start pulling back because we've lost 3. And that's 2 ults. So like I said, guys, it's knowing when to peel back and to not, and using your corners.
Let's get you back out there.
Okay. Ninja res.
Still need you. I
So
understand.
it's if you can get up there,
Let me get you patched up.
Experience tranquility.
Engaged.
and now we're gonna do it.
Did someone call a doctor?
Try this your thing.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Try with this, and I didn't do it. So try not to do something like that, guys. So I'm doing that intentionally so you guys know what not to do. Try not to take your eyes off your team as much as you can.
Join me. I'm here.
I'm gonna go get my shield thing.
You needed a
Like I
doctor.
said, I'm using these corners. Now I probably should have gotten my healer.
My ultimate is ready. Go. I'll be
My
watching
poor
over
Genji.
you.
So I'm using like the bridges like these
Join me.
to hide and stay out of sight. So if you have a shield like with Orisa, want to make sure
Let me get you patched up.
that you use like these corners and such.
Danke.
Try not to expose yourself as much.
Heroes never die.
I'm ulting. I'm going to try to keep them off. I'm going to grab my
Your
tank.
support has arrived. Damage increase.
And I saw that my other tank was critical, so I'm going to try to go in and then come back out.
My ultimate is charging.
And go to the payload. That's it. So I'm still seeing them in sight. I'm not going to overextend like our Genji keeps overextending. I'm going to try to get them to come to me.
Roof up. Heilstrahl aktiviert.
You're being extremely rude, hamster. That widow was trying to peek at me.
Experience tranquility.
You should be at
Team up for special attack.
Helden sterben nicht.
So if you were able to get out, okay.
Right beside you.
60 seconds remaining.
You need a doctor?
Like I said, it's a matter of moving around, getting out of spots like that.
Go. I'll be watching over you.
Heroes never die.
Where does it hurt? I'm with you.
I'm trying to
Damage and
use cover as much as I can,
30
Heilstrahl
seconds
aktiviert.
remaining.
and then peel back.
Group up here.
So that is, like I said, there's no's to do, there's yeses to do. It is a matter of what you guys do.
Group up with me.
Barrier activated.
So see my tank's coming back to me. And yeah. So I tried to get out and I couldn't because Wrecking Ball.
Overtime.
Oh.
Valkyrie online.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to go on my Winston. I'm gonna try to stick with him. I'm gonna keep my healer up first. So I saw the whale peeking out.
I'm taking care of you.
Shields.
Experience tranquility.
You still need me. You should be at peak performance level. Affirmative.
Something to not do.
Do something! I've got you.
I'm getting out of there.
Widowmaker here.
So I'm running. You
I'm
go.
on fire.
Payload has reached the
Almost
checkpoint.
ready.
Understood.
So, like I said, guys, it's
Damage
knowing when
amplified.
to engage, when not to engage.
My ultimate is ready.
And just
I'll be watching.
doing. Just trying to use these corners as much as I can.
Heroes never die. Damage.
So like I said, using your Valkyrie can help you in many situations.
Performance levels. Join me.
I'm gonna turn
60
these
seconds.
around.
Damage amplified.
Reese is hurt. I'm gonna use
Valkyrie's
Flight,
charging.
my Guardian Angel, and then trying to use the corners so I can get the reses. So if they're wide out in the open like that, try not to unless it's like a desperation.
My will.
Damage boost engaged.
30 seconds.
We're together.
And then just
We
kind of
can
like
do this.
moving around.
This was the expected.
You make a great team. Mercy and the righteous team.
10 seconds.
Their time is running out.
Do something!
I am feeling
Move up here.
far back in these corners. I'm not going in there because I hear Bob. So I'm not going to go in when Bob's going off. You want to get out of there. So like I said, corners are your best friends, guys.
Damage increase.
Okay, so try not to
Team
peek
up
out
for
as much.
special
Let
attack.
me get you patched up. Helden sterben. Heroes never die. You should be at peak performance level.
This is a stupid thing. Is I'm going in here, keeping my tank alive. So you can see I'm moving and
Surrender to my will.
I'm taking care of you.
Victory.
So that's not bad, guys. So see, 9 rises and 2 deaths. That's pretty good. That's about average for me. Some days I can go with 0 rises, 0 rises and like 5 or 6 deaths, and then other times I can go in and do like no deaths and like 9 or 10 rises.
Heroes never die.
That was good. So 12.5k is pretty good for a Mercy. So I think that kind of covers the basic of Mercy, guys. But like I said, it's a matter of knowledge and knowing the maps and where to hide and where not to hide. Also knowing when to res and who to res. So that is a matter of that knowledge. So it does take time, guys, for that. So I'm hoping that helps out with the tutorial for Mercy. So if you guys have any questions, you can always hit me up. You can follow me up on Discord. You can also follow me up on Twitter and Instagram. But if you guys have any questions, you can always ask me in the Discord channel. If you have not, the link is in with my socials. So if you guys have any questions, always hit me up. So I'm hoping this video at least helps out a little bit, guys. So I hope to see you guys sometime soon. So thanks for those that popped in for today's tutorial video, and we hope to do some more. So you guys have a good day.